Welcome to the 2022 Lone Star Conference Media Day. I'm Ed Nunez for the Lone Star Conference. With us today are Western New Mexico women's head coach Josh Pace and Brooke Rodgers, a player that just transferred in from Academy Arts. Coach, welcome to the program. Brooke, welcome as well. We'll get to you in a second. Coach Pace, this is your third year here at Western New Mexico. And, of course, we want to ask you about Mustangs in the community, GPA-wise, things like that. What are your expectations for your Lady Mustangs as far as in the community and GPA-wise?
Just to come in and take care of their business on and off the court. I think, we're going to handle our business on the basketball court. We're going to handle our business in the classroom. We're going to handle our business in the community. And just me in general, I come with that mentality and that attitude based off my background and the things I have done when it comes to basketball and some of the traveling that I've done. So our coaching staff tries to do the same thing in terms of our recruiting process, bringing in the types of student athletes like a Brooke Rodgers who take care of their business in the classroom, but on the court as well and in the community.
Coach, you mentioned your background, and we'd be remiss not to mention you won a championship with Carmelo Anthony as a member of the Syracuse Orangemen. You played overseas. You've got championship pedigree. You did bring some transfers in. You're very excited about them this season. Talk a little bit about the incoming transfers and what the expectations might be for Lady Mustang basketball.
Absolutely. Well, the one right here to my left, Brooke Rodgers, she's coming from Academy of Arts, as you stated. She actually has NCAA tournament experience, had 2 really good years at that program and was really solid. She also has a teammate that was with her at Academy of Art who's here named Milan Tuttle, who also got some valuable experience playing in the NCAA tournament last year. So we're looking for them to come in here and grow, continue to grow. They still have some years left here with us, but development has been going on, but they're going to be 2 important pieces. We also have a transfer from Loyola Marymount, a 6'3", 6'4" post, Eliza Joins, who's from Australia. She's going to be solid. She's developing. And we got some key returners, too. You remember Alina Simon, who was here last year, number 5. Cassie Vickery, number 10, who's from New Mexico, key player that we have returning. Sydney Wright is coming from Eastern Arizona, is a really good guard that can shoot, can handle, make plays in the offense, and defensively is pretty solid. Diamond Moore from North Platte Community College. Really good post, 6-foot post that's very physical, can handle the ball a little bit in the post, can score. Really good defensive rebounder. So we made some changes, and we're looking forward, to getting on the court and show what we're capable of doing.
Thanks so much, Coach. We could hand that mic to Brooke. Brooke, we mentioned your transfer from Academy Arts. You came to play with Coach Pace, and tell us what was the attraction here to come to Western New Mexico. Of course, Coach Pace, we'd mentioned his background. That's enough to attract somebody to want to play for a coach, right? There's no question about that. But talk about what it was that made you want to come here.
I think the biggest thing was that I knew I was going to develop as a player and also a person off the court. I've been in college for 2 years now at a different program, and I know just coming in here I was going to get that from Coach Pace. Just that's something he's big on and something he reiterated and something that I want to do in order to take my game to the next level and then even after basketball to be a better person.
Coach mentioned you got some NCAA tournament experience. That's important. And when you've been in a tournament like that, it's a little different. Coach can speak to that. He's a national champion. Talk a little bit about the experience you had last year and how that transfers over to some Mustangs that maybe don't have the same experience. I think that helps. Talk a little bit about that.
I think the biggest thing is probably leadership in those moments because a lot goes on. You're playing back-to-back games. It's just intense, and I think the biggest thing to take away from that is leadership and things that didn't go right in the tournaments then. I can now bring that to this team here and hopefully make it there again.
Intense, when you talk about intense, it's win or go home. It's win or go home, and the intensity is ramped up to the 50th power.
Definitely.
Talk a little bit about practices so far, and I had a chance to watch a practice probably about a couple of weeks ago. I saw the intensity and the competitiveness. Coach Pace and Coach Willis, your assistant coach, they're going to get after it, man. They're going to get after it. And I saw the people, they either step up or step out, right? That's the way I look at it. Talk a little bit about the intensity of the practices that have gone on so far.
Definitely what you said, competitiveness. Every day we step in the gym, we got to compete. He said he brought people from all over, so every day we're all working hard, we're all going hard and pushing each other to be better and for these moments so we can make it to the state tournament and things like that. So competitiveness and just intense.
Coach Pace, we could have you. We'll ask you one more question, a couple more questions, and wrap this up. Coach, I've gotten to know you a little bit, and you talk about building a culture, getting better. You brought in some very good recruits. You brought in some new coaches as well. What is it you think Western has to do to kind of turn a corner from last year? You had a decent start to the season, kind of maybe faltered with some injuries, things like that. You brought in some new players, and what do you think Western has to do to make that move to where you want them to be?
I think it's all about mental toughness and just actually being about the life that comes with trying to win and be competitive every day in this conference that we're in. And I say that to them all the time. They kind of make fun of me about saying be about that life, but we have to absolutely be about that life in this conference. I absolutely believe it's the best Division II conference in the country, not just basketball, but in a lot of the sports that we have in our conference. And you just got to come in every day, bring your work pail, and come to work. And I always tell them when it comes to the coaching, it's not personal. That's all basketball. And the group that we have right now, with the coaching staff that we have right now, they're open to it. They're taking it. And I think we're going to have a really solid year this year.
Coach, you open up. Remind us again when you open up.
November 1st. November 1st. We got Grand Canyon in Phoenix, Division I, and then we'll be in El Paso November 5th against UTEP. So two really high-level Division I teams that we get to play and get some experience and see what we look like, and then we prepare for the season.
And it's just around the corner. And, again, these workouts, you're working out every day, and the season is upon us, will be upon us. And when your season starts, it's just one game after another, right?
Yes,
so chances to improve, chances to get better
Absolutely.
all the time.
Absolutely.
Coach Josh Pace, Brooke Rodgers, thanks so much for being with us on 2022 Media Day for the Lone Star Conference Media Day. I'm Ed Nunez.